Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to Day Trade Diary. It is day number 10 of my daily updates. It is the 5th of March 2026, and I'll give an update about what happened yesterday on the 4th of March 2026. So, first of all, for Oanda, the net asset value has dipped a little bit to 14,698. And for Binance Crypto, it has gone up a little bit to 9,774, which gives us a total net asset value of 24,472 US dollars. And this equates to a 4% um, increase in our net asset value since we started recording these daily updates. And that also equates to a 942 US dollar increase in our net asset value. So we are quite pleased with that. In 10 days, we made that almost 1,000 US dollars. So I'll jump straight into what happened with Binance yesterday. It was a good day for Bitcoin. It's basically spiked up from the low since we updated yesterday, about 67, and it went up to 74,000. So about 6,500 US dollar spike, which was pretty sweet. Since we updated yesterday, we had three take profits here at 70,300, 71,300, and 72,300. No buy orders were hit, but I've set the limit orders, as you can see, from the 71,100 level all the way down at 0.008 Bitcoin a piece. And just to remind you, each take profit is 10 US dollars. So yeah, we're pretty happy with that. Let me just zoom out and then get rid of all the noise. Yeah, so you can see clearly now that this grid strategy is working as intended. Buy the dips on the way down here. Boom, boom, boom. Try to get those nasty wicks as well, which usually reverse almost immediately. And that has worked particularly well here in this instance. You buy here and then you sell here, and then immediately dipped again, you buy again, and then you sell again, and rinse and repeat, hopefully. Okay, that was for Binance Crypto. Let's take a look now at the CFD trading on Oanda. Not much activity today, or rather yesterday. For crude oil, let's look first of all at crude oil. We have one trade open, unchanged from yesterday. So unchanged from yesterday, then you can see the open trade is here at 78. We opened for 10 barrels, and it's pretty much ranged here. I could have set some limit orders, at the 81 level to take advantage of these range, but I didn't because it was quite a strong move up, and I didn't want to get caught out by any dumps that might happen. This geopolitical risk event now happening in Iran, it's very fluid at the moment, and the oil price is of course elevated because of that conflict going on. But at any point, this conflict is resolved or perceived to be resolved, I think the oil price would crash immediately. So we are hoping, and history tells us that de-escalation is more likely than an escalation because, by all accounts, the Iranian army and navy is in pretty bad shape and decimated by the US already. So if they open up the Straits of Hormuz and oil starts flowing again, then I think that we should be able to see a significant dip in the oil price, and then we should take advantage at that point to buy out, because the long-term thesis of oil is still strong. But I think this spike up is unwarranted, and it should come down, fingers crossed, and then we can ladder or put in the grid strategy on the way down again. We will not chase the oil price because it's currently quite high at the moment. Let me zoom out and I can show you. So yeah, this does not look like a trade that I want to go long at these levels. I will wait patiently for the dip. Okay, let's move on straight to silver. We had one buy and one take profit yesterday at the exact same price points as the day before, where we had two buy orders and two take profits. So the one from yesterday was, let me see, 25 units at 81, and then sold 25 units at almost 83 for 47.89. So we are quite happy with that because we did the same here, 47.65, and also one more here. So we did the exact same trade at buying at 81 and selling at 83 three times, and each time for about $50 profit. So we can't complain about that. That's pretty good. So this was the level where it hit. Let me go to a smaller time frame that you can see. So yeah, we bought at the 81 level and sold at the 83 level three times. So the first one hit around here and then sold here rather, and then it opened up again at the 81 level around here on this candle, and then it sold again, and then it ranged, and then last night it opened here again at the 81 level at this wick, and then it sold again. So yeah, we are pretty happy with how the grid trading strategy worked in this regard. And yeah, we hope that it continues to range. But once again, I'd like to re-emphasize the usefulness of this strategy. If you just bought here and then you did nothing, your P&L would be zero or even negative. But because we traded the ups and downs, the peaks and troughs, we made $150 profit in this particular trade between this ping pong between these two levels. Good. And then for the China A50, nothing happened. The trade is still open and it's profitable at $14.60, but there's not much activity. I set another buy order much lower at 14,000 level. So let's see if it hits. But I'm quite optimistic that this would be a pretty good trade if it dips down, let's say to ideally to the 12,000 level. Then I intend to load up on the grid on the way down, because I believe that the prospect of Chinese stocks is good, and it's a long time coming that we should see a spike in the Chinese market, very similar to what happened to the Japanese market, where they basically printed money, lowered interest rates. So let's see if that really happens as well to the Chinese stocks. So I'll just show you the Japanese stocks. You can see absolutely parabolic in the last year or so. You can see the last time it was, this is the monthly chart. So yeah, from 1 year ago, dipped down to, what level is this? Around 30,000. And then now it's basically the entire Nikkei has doubled to 60,000, which is incredible for our entire stock index. So fingers crossed that happens as well to the Chinese stocks, but we want to dip first before it goes parabolic. Let me just bring back this Chinese stocks. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, let's see if it goes down and goes up, because that will be the ideal situation for us. Okay, I think that concludes my update for today. Yeah, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care now and safe trading.